Good morning, grade 3. I welcome you to a brand new English lesson. And today's learning objective is to identify and use the signal words when reading, writing, and focusing on cause and effect, which are basically elaborations or details in a given passage. Great, so to make it simpler, let me tell you what this is. Let's begin by discussing cause and effect. Great. So cause and effect is basically a method in which a paragraph or an essay is developed. So if you are writing or you're reading and you need to analyze or look for reasons or the consequences of an action, an event, or decision, that is a cause and an effect. So if something happens, there has to be a cause. Or something caused something to happen. And what this is going to help you with is that when you're going to read, it will help you identify the cause of events that take place, the consequences of an action or decision, and it will give you an X-ray-like vision that will help you to identify and understand a text much better. And there are signal words. So once you identify those signal words, you will know, okay, that's a signal word. That means there's something very important that's going to be shared in the next few lines. And that will help you analyze the text much better. Great. That's X-ray vision. Let's get started. I want you to open your books to page number 163. Register your name and date on the top, and let's get started. Now, the focus trait is elaboration. That means details in a text. And what you're going to learn today is you're going to learn to look for a cause and effect the moment you come about a signal word, which basically are shared here with you on the side of the slide. You can see the word so, as a result, because, therefore, consequently, due to, which caused. These words, all these words lead to an explanation or an elaboration, an effect. So the moment you're reading and you come across these words, you should know that there is going to be some very important information that's going to be shared. Let's start by solving page 163. Great. So let's look at this first half over here. And you can see that there are tables titled cause and effect. And let's read the first one. Amy practiced every day. Effect, won race. Okay, and how are you going to convert that into a sentence? Well, here's the sentence. Because Amy practiced every day, she won the race. So you can see that the word because is your signal word. And the moment you see the word because, you're going to find out, well, I'm about to hit cause and effect. I'm going to find a reason. And I'm going to see what happened as a result of something that took place. So all these words are your signal words. And what you're going to do here is, in this exercise, is that you're going to read each cause and effect. Okay, and you use a signal word to fill in the blank. Now, you have the freedom of choice to pick on any signal word. Great, and it should just fit right into the sentence. Let's start by doing the first one. So the first thing we need to do is that we need to read this table, and then we need to use a signal word to join these sentences together using the signal word. Great, so the first one is bought new running shoes. Calls feet don't hurt. Okay, I want you to pause for a second and try looking for a signal word that you want to use, and then I'll share my answers. Okay, great. So I'm assuming that you've paused and you've tried. Carl bought new running shoes so his feet don't hurt. So the word so is your signal word towards the effect of what's going to happen because he got new running shoes. So that's one example for you. Try the other one and then I'll share my answer. Great. So I'm assuming that you've tried. Blank, a skier gets lost. A census sends information. What do you think is going to be the signal word here? If a skier gets lost, a census sends information. That's right. If is your signal word. That if a skier gets lost, a sensor sends information. So that's what's going to happen, the effect if the skier gets lost. Good job, grade 3. I want you to try making sentences and putting in the signal a word right here for sentences 3, 4, and 5. And once you're done, do share your answers with us. I'll do the first one for you. Tennis racket lighter. Player can hit ball harder. Okay, tennis racket lighter. Because the tennis racket is lighter, comma, a player can hit the ball harder. Now I want you to focus that there are commas right here where you want to give a pause so that your sentence makes sense. It's a punctuation that you need right here. Great. Now try the other one and then I'll share my answer. Good job. Let's see if you got it right. Jana runs on grass, sometimes slips when it rains. What can I use? What have you used? Well, here's my answer. Since Jana runs on grass, she sometimes slips when it rains. Don't forget the comma. When you're writing, make sure that you read out what you're writing in your head or out aloud and try to understand and try to figure out where exactly do you need a comma. So in this case, I'm going to put a comma right there to pause so that the sentence makes much better sense. Now try the last one on your own and then I'll share my answer. Good. I like it. You're trying. Great. So the answer here is water is cold. Max wears bodysuit. The water is cold. So I add the, don't forget your capitals. The water is cold, comma, so Max wears a bodysuit. Now, please remember that you have the freedom of choice to choose any signal word that fits into the sentence. So if you've got another sentence, but it makes sense and it's right, we're going to reflect on your work when you come to school next. It will be rendered correct. Okay? Great. Good job, grade 3. Don't forget to complete your work and leave a comment in the discussions. And if you've got any query, please do not forget to ask. Best of luck, grade 3.